Yeah, it was my choice. I didn't really talk to anybody about it. I just kind of told my team like I'm gonna just say the truth, and that's it.
You know, he's strong. You know, he has a good left hook. You know, and you know, one time he opened up. You know, I cracked him, and he didn't open up at all.
It didn't look like he was training. Ryan didn't train for that fight.
You don't think so? Why?
I don't think so. Ryan didn't train. He didn't train for that fight.
Ryan Garcia dropped a bombshell after his loss to Rolly Romero, revealing he wasn't mentally ready to fight but was pushed into the ring by his team. "I tried to fight through it but found myself very off after the year layoff," he admitted. Moreover, he has hinted towards his early retirement plans. Garcia opened up about his struggles during his time away from boxing, saying the year was tough and took a toll on him. Despite his clear head now, he hinted that the decision to fight wasn't fully his. "I'm extremely disappointed," he added, suggesting he stepped in the ring when he knew deep down he should.
Just found myself very off after the year layoff. You know, that whole year, you know, it was a lot for me mentally, as you guys know. So the fact that I got here is, and I'm in the position I am, my mind is as clear as it is a victory for me, I would say.
Emotional admission painted a picture of a boxer battling more than just his opponent. Shock rippled through the boxing community, with Lou DiBella expressing disbelief. "Rolly outboxing Ryan was not a scenario I saw coming." After a full year outside the ring, Garcia was immediately thrown into a high-stakes clash against Romero, a move many in the boxing world found reckless. Bill Haney voiced his confusion on X, posting, "Congratulations to Devin, Rolly, and Teo for an iconic night of boxing 3-0. Meanwhile, in other news, Oscar, 0-3. "I'm still extremely puzzled how Ryan hasn't fired De La Hoya for putting him in the ring. No PEDs. Clean against Rolly." Garcia's own comments confirmed he wasn't ready. Yet, those around him seemed more concerned with business than health. Critics now question Oscar De La Hoya's judgment, claiming Ryan was set up to fail. The aftermath has left fans wondering if Garcia will finally break away from a team that appears to have betrayed him. Despite Ryan Garcia's emotional breakdown and clear signs he wasn't prepared, Oscar De La Hoya still insists the loss wasn't devastating, showing little accountability. Oscar brushed off criticism and claimed this fight wasn't devastating at all, adding, "Ryan knows what he has to do." His comments sparked outrage among fans and boxing insiders who felt Garcia was set up for failure. After being pushed into a dangerous fight following a year-long layoff, many expected De La Hoya to admit fault. Instead, his audacity to downplay the outcome only fueled more backlash over how poorly Garcia has been managed.
How devastating?
He'll live to see another day. That's it.
How devastating of a loss is this for Ryan, man?
Not devastating at all. At all. Win 12 rounds. He knows he's way better than that. He knows what he has to do. He knows what he has to do. So.
Do you think the Devin Haney fight probably off the table? Do you think that, or
it'll be back.
How do you?
It has to happen.
How do you think Devin looked out there, man?
Gun shy. Literally, he was running. I mean, he was scared to me.
Yeah.
Scared of getting
Arum
hit.
recently dropped a bombshell regarding Ryan Garcia's return to the ring, criticizing both the fighter's promotion and management for allowing him to face Rolly Romero after a year-long hiatus. Arum pointed out that the lack of proper planning was a key factor in Garcia's disappointing performance. He argued that after a long layoff, Garcia should have taken a tune-up fight before stepping into the ring with someone as tough as Romero. According to Arum, many promoters and fighters get sidetracked by the allure of big money fights, leading to decisions that are more financially motivated than strategically sound. A good decision would have been to take a tune-up fight and then move to a Romero or a Haney, Arum explained, emphasizing the importance of building momentum gradually. Arum's remarks are a reminder of how crucial it is for boxers to stay prepared and for promoters to be mindful of a fighter's well-being and readiness. He further criticized the sport for its tendency to rush fighters into major bouts, potentially compromising their careers. This critique sheds light on the broader issues of boxing matchmaking, where financial incentives can sometimes outweigh strategic planning, resulting in mismatches and unexpected outcomes. Arum further highlighted how even top fighters like Devin Haney struggled after long layoffs, noting how Haney looked out of sync in his fight with Jose Ramirez after a year off. He also criticized the matchmaking in Garcia's case, saying that it was poor judgment to throw him into such a tough fight immediately. "Bad matchmaking is a huge part of this game," Arum remarked, stressing the importance of astute matchmakers in boxing. His comments revealed a deeper concern for the management of young talent, urging caution before making such high-stakes decisions.
A lack of real planning. He should have had a tune-up fight first and then go into a fight with a guy like Romero. But, you know, these fighters and the promoters get turned by the money, and they don't make really good decisions. A good decision would have been to take a tune-up fight, and then, you know, then you move to a Romero or even a Haney or so forth. You don't go right in after a year. You know, look at Haney. Haney looked terrible with Ramirez because he hadn't fought in a year.
Did he seem to be gun shy? Did he seem to be worried about taking another big shot?
Who's that?
David Haney, with the way that he was moving around the
Absolutely.
ring.
You see that? I mean, you know, I don't know how he scored because it's hard to tell. But, you know, who's going to want to see Haney fight if he fights that way?
You want to see the rematch? After what? Yeah.
What do you think about Teofimo Lopez? His performance?
He did okay. I mean, he did okay. But he knew he was in with Barboza, who can't break an egg. You know, Barboza's fought so many fights for us. I don't think he's had one knockout. You know, so Teofimo could show his whole arsenal.
Garcia has been very open about the mental health struggles he's faced, shedding light on a deeply personal journey. In a candid interview, he revealed how he struggled with anxiety and panic attacks since he was 17. He described how, at one point, he became obsessed with the idea that he was seriously ill, turning into a true hypochondriac. His focus deteriorated and his fears spiraled. Eventually, Garcia realized that he needed help. "I just kept going through that, more panic attacks, and I couldn't breathe half the time," he said, reflecting on the overwhelming impact. Rather than hiding his struggles, Garcia made a bold choice to be transparent about his mental health. He chose to tell the truth rather than offer a fabricated excuse like a shoulder injury. "It was my choice," he said, noting that he didn't discuss this decision with his team beforehand. Despite the backlash, he stood by his decision, explaining that being honest was the first step toward healing. "Talk to the right people, talk to yourself, and understand you're not alone," he advised, emphasizing the importance of self-awareness and reaching out for support. His bravery in sharing his vulnerability has opened a dialogue about mental health in boxing, a sport where such discussions are often avoided. Ryan's openness could inspire others to seek help and be more candid about their own struggles.
Time, obviously, and learning more about.
Do you go to therapy?
Yeah, I was going to therapy, and I took all the steps that I just wanted to get better, so I took every step that you could.
And who advised you to be so open about it? Because I'm sure your team was like, let's just say it's a shoulder injury, let's not talk about mental health, because again, you're the first one to do it.
Yeah.
Was it your choice?
Yeah, it was my choice. I didn't really talk to anybody about it. I just kind of told my team, like, I'm gonna just say the truth, and that's it. And we'll see.
And you still got backlash after that?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Of course, because there's people that have like this idea
on social media.
Well, because they really want me to, like, you know, I'm just easy to pick on, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
Like, you know, this kid.
Like he has everything.
Yeah.
What do you mean mental health? It's
Yeah.
like, no, you don't understand. Like,
Yeah,
your
no,
stuff,
crazy.
But
You're
stuff
still a
doesn't
human
equal
being
happiness.
But the
you know?
thing is, I've struggled with it since I was 17. It was something new. It just got to, like, a place where, and I don't even know how it truly happened, but because I had just won the biggest fight of my life.
Which fight was that?
Was Luke Campbell, right after I knocked him out.
Huge fight.
And I was on top of the world. Like, I mean, my social media numbers were even crazier than it is now, and it's
Was there
crazy
big growth from that? Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing. But
was it the pressure? Is that what got to you?
no, I got to, like, I just got so lost. Like, I don't know. I can't really explain it. I just kind of like being in a maze and you don't know where to go. Like, I just couldn't keep my focus on anything, and then I just kept on thinking I was sick. I came to, like, I became like a true hypochondriac to the point where I was like, yo, I got a problem for sure. Like, and then I just kept going through that, and then more panic attacks, and I couldn't breathe half the time.
So how'd you get out of it?
Talk to the right people.
Talk to the right people.
First of all, talk to yourself.
Yeah.
And say this is an issue.
Exactly, being honest with yourself, the truth, and then conversations with people and understanding that other people have went through a similar situation. It kind of eases off that thing, I'm alone in a way. Like, okay.
Derek Jeter expressed their disappointment in Ryan Garcia's performance after his loss to Rolly Romero. During a live discussion, Derek was blunt, saying, "Ryan didn't train for that fight." He pointed out that Garcia's preparation appeared lacking, especially after a long year off. Tyson, though more reserved, agreed with Derek's assessment, showing concern over Garcia's readiness. Derek emphasized that while Garcia might not have fully committed to the training camp, Rolly Romero deserved credit for his performance. Their candid remarks reflect a growing consensus that Garcia's failure to train properly played a significant role in his defeat, and the fight highlighted the importance of preparation in such high-stakes bouts.
50-50. What about taking a rough rematch?
World-class professional boxing. We'll see you all there. Thank you for coming.
A dance partner that makes sense. Rolly don't make sense.
No.
Not really. I mean, what is he known for? Getting beat, you know, and then not looking so good. Like, he's been on a kind of a downward spiral. You know, he doesn't even look very confident about this fight. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you that I'm always on Rolly's team, but it just doesn't look so good right now. But but hell, I'm going to tune in. Hopefully, he can pull up an upset and actually give a good fight. I just haven't seen him in one in a long time.
Ring against Rolly Romero, offering an insightful take on both fighters. Rolly, he points out, gets another opportunity to prove himself with a huge fight and another payday. Atlas acknowledges Garcia as a fighter who's matured over time, noting that he's become quieter and more focused on just fighting. While Atlas jokes about Rolly potentially having leverage behind the scenes to secure these fights, he respects his fighting spirit and acknowledges that the fighter has found more stability in himself. Atlas is candid about Garcia's past, where he often seemed to struggle with self-doubt and made questionable decisions that raised eyebrows. However, if he has truly conquered his inner demons and gained the confidence he needed, Atlas believes he has the potential to win big. Rolly, according to Atlas, possesses the necessary tools: talent, technique, and style to dominate. This return to the ring could be his chance to showcase those attributes, particularly if he's found his belief and clarity as a fighter. While the outcome remains uncertain, Atlas suggests that Rolly could handle this and future challenges if he's